The Deputy President William Ruto is in United States. William Ruto on Sunday last week flew to United States of America. While in the United States of America, William Ruto met with the Deputy Secretary of State, Madam Wendy Ruth Sherman. Wendy Ruth Sherman is the deputy to the Secretary of State, Antony Blinken. So William Ruto met her. While William Ruto was in America, William Ruto talked about election rigging in the Republic of Kenya. So why did the Deputy President William Ruto went to the United States complain about election rigging? Simple question, why? Why not complain in Kenya? So before I go into what I want to discuss about election rigging in Kenya, kindly if you're watching the channel for the first time, please subscribe to the channel by just clicking that red button. Thank you very much, and let us dive into the election rigging in Kenya. Now, in this video, I want to give you the evolution of election rigging in the Republic of Kenya, since I was not born until now. So relax, have some tea or some water or some popcorns and enjoy the video. Now, the Deputy President William Ruto is claiming that President Uhuru Kenyatta is on a scheme to rig him during this year's election. Now, let me give you the scenarios of election rigging in this Republic of Kenya. Number one, from independence 1963 to 1992, Kenyans were voting using Mlolongo, where you just queue and the DO, DCs, PCs, and military chiefs just look at the longest queue and you will be declared a winner. That is why President Kenyatta the senior and Moi the senior ruled this country from 1963 to 1978 and 1978 to 2002 respectively. So Mlolongo, remember that is a rigging scheme, because if you are just looking at the longest queue and you say that person is the winner, and by the way, I'm told that the shortest queue is the one which won the election. The shortest one. So if the longest one is losing and the shortest one is winning, what is that if not rigging or stealing election? Two, from 1992, there was the country, the Republic of Kenya, repealed the Section 2A to allow multi-partyism, and that is where some parties popped up, like DP and many more parties. That is why in 1962, it is where the Republic of Kenya got many parties through what we call multi-party democracy. 1992, and Moi agreed to change that Section 2A in the old constitution. Now, from that 1997, the election of 1997, where President Moi was in the ballot, Kibaki was on the ballot, the late Matiba, Ken Matiba, was also in the ballot. So, in that election, President Moi won, followed by Mwai Kibaki, and then followed by Matiba. Again, there were claims that those elections were rigged. In 2002, Moi retired and he gave the mantle for KANU to Uhuru Kenyatta. And Uhuru Kenyatta ran against Mwai Kibaki. And Mwai Kibaki, since Raila Amolo Odinga said Kibaki tosha in that election of 2002, then Kibaki won that election. And remember, Kibaki won that election fair and square. There were no rigging because Moi was not in the ballot, and the only candidate which was next to Kibaki was Uhuru Kenyatta. So Kibaki won that by a landslide, and also free and square. In fact, most of the political pundits like me believe that the election for 2002 was actually free and fair. The only election which was free and fair is the election of the 2002 as a transition period. 2005, there was constitutional change where we have no and yes, Ndisi and Chunga carried the day, and we adopted that constitution in 2010. That's why we say Constitution 2010. In 2007, that is where chaos erupted in this country up to date. 2007, there was the contest between Raila Amolo Odinga and Kibaki. Raila Amolo Odinga took the likes of Palala, William Ruto. In short, Raila Amolo Odinga had the Pentagon. The likes of Nyaka, William Ruto, Raila himself, Peter Kenneth, and the rest. They were winning that election, but they did not win that election. Kibaki won that election, but in a controversial way. Because the chair then of ECK, Samuel Kivuitu, announced the election at midnight. People waking up in the morning that they saw on the feeds that Kibaki has been sworn in as the president for the second time. And that is where hell broke loose. The Pentagon took to the streets. In fact, the headliner during that time was two people, William Ruto and Martha Karua. William Ruto on Raila Amolo Odinga side and Martha Karua on Kibaki's side. So that election was rigged. Remember the Tharaka-Nithi. Remember one man, the late Chakoyo Mitio. Chakoyo Mitio said that how can a county of or a constituency of around 396,000 have 293 votes? How? The population of the area is 393. How can it have 293? So that election was rigged, according to Chakoyo Mitio. So remember the Tharaka-Nithi votes. And then in 2013, between Uhuru Kenyatta, William Ruto, and Raila Amolo Odinga, again the election was thought to be rigged. Reason? ODM, or the then God, that is coalition of between Raila Amolo Odinga and Kalonzo and the rest, went to court, appealed, and the then Chief Justice Willie Mutunga upheld the election of President Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto. Again, there was allegation of rigging in that election, 2013. And then in 2017, again the election was perceived to be rigged. Remember the Cambridge Analytica narratives, where Raila Amolo Odinga was demonized to be a devil, and also Raila Amolo Odinga, using the NASA, went to the court, the Supreme Court, and then petitioned the Supreme Court to nullify the election. And actually the Supreme Court, led by the then Chief Justice Emeritus David Maraga, said that the election was null and void. It was not free and fair. And in fact, the IEBC were told, you must open the servers. Up to now, the IEBC have not opened the servers. Remember, the returning officer, the national returning officer in 2017 election was Wafula Chebukati, and he's still the chair of IEBC as we speak. So that is the evolution of election rigging in Kenya. But William Ruto going to US and then claiming that this election will be rigged, and yet he's in government, is worrying. But we must take him serious, because election in this country have been always rigged, except the 2002 election. That is an election which was free and fair. So I don't know what you think about the evolution of election rigging in this country from 1963 up to 2017. Only election which was free and fair, and it was won squarely, is the election of 2002. The rest, all of them, they were marked with a lot of allegation of rigging. And in fact, even this year election, we should not be surprised if this election will be rigged. I don't know what you think, but if you're watching the channel the first time, kindly subscribe, share the video, and also like the video. And in the next video, I want to do a video on the Moses Kuria. Moses Kuria is joining UDA. Let us meet in that video.